The New York Times today reported on another aspect, a top secret aspect of the U.S. invasion. The Times report said secret teams of intelligence agents and disarmament experts will go in to find and destroy the biochemical weaponry Iraq still denies possessing. Times reporter Judith Miller broke this story, and I spoke to her earlier from Kuwait City. Judy, you reported in today's New York Times that the U.S., when the war begins, will embark on an extraordinary, unprecedented expedition. Can you describe this search and destroy mission?
Well, Connie, as soldiers advance on the field towards Baghdad, they will actually be accompanied by technical experts, scientists, intelligence analysts, who will at the same time be kind of hunting for unconventional weapons. That's chemical and biological weapons and even some radiological weapons as the war is actually going on. So in effect, you'll have two wars going on, or two campaigns. One, the ground campaign with the soldiers, and two, this incredible hunt for weapons of mass destruction, which is unlike, as you pointed out, anything the United States has ever done before.
Judy, is this a risky mission?
This is a very risky mission, but war is risky. And the scientists and the technical experts are taking no greater risk than the soldiers whom they are accompanying in the field. It's risky for everyone here. It's risky for the Kuwaitis, it's risky for the Kurds in northern Iraq, for the journalists, because nobody knows what Saddam Hussein is going to do. Those of us who've watched him for a long time had a feeling of what he might have done before he understood that this really is the end game. So for us, for those who fancy themselves amateur psychologists, there's really very little way to read his intentions, and we know what he's capable of.
Can you describe this mission, exactly how it's going to work? How will they know what locations to go to?
Well, there's been years now of experience of identifying suspect sites. This was done by international inspectors, both UNSCOM, which was the first international inspection agency, and most recently by UNMOVIC. But on top of that, the administration itself has been collecting just a slew of information from defectors who continue to come across the Iraqi border, from intelligence sources and methods, from satellites, from intercepts. You saw a little of this when Colin Powell made his impressive speech to the United Nations. So there's a lot of suspect sites. In fact, one person in Washington told me that the list could total more than 1,400 of these sites, which means that those people on the ground who are hunting for them may be very, very busy in the coming weeks and months.
Will the scientists actually be able to test the samples to see if they are biological or chemical weapons?
Well, one of the novel pieces of equipment that the administration is fielding during this campaign are two mobile labs that will actually be able to analyze and test the material that the scientists bring back with them from the field, and within just a few hours, actually less than 24 hours, be able to give the people on the ground an assessment of what that material is with a 90% degree of confidence. That's really amazingly good technology. So the administration has invested heavily in getting the technological base and infrastructure out there in the field so that it can quickly determine whether or not the scientists and the experts have actually found what they call a smoking gun.
Now, Judy, I understand that the Pentagon is so determined to find these weapons that it's really quite an ambitious effort. And they even believe that they can get to Iraqi scientists to question them about what is there.
Yes, the scientists, almost everyone believes, is going to be the key to finding weapons of mass destruction. It is the scientists and the military planners and Saddam's military people who know where this stuff was made, who know who participated in making it, and who know where it may be being stored.
Judith Miller, thank you for your reporting.
Thanks very much, Connie. Good luck.